What's going on, everyone? We're going to go ahead and get into this topic of conversation because I think it's important to talk about. First and foremost, Deion Sanders, man. Deion Sanders is a great coach. Deion, how could you not want to play for a coach like Deion Sanders? And the reason why I want to make sure that I support Deion Sanders as much as possible is because, number one, he's a black man. Number one. He's a black man that has character. He's a black man that has integrity. He's a black man that does things the right way, far as based off on his coaching style. And for anybody that has any pushback on what I've said, I will refer you to look at his resume. Plain and simple. See, a lot of people do a lot of talking, and some of it could be mixed with some jealousy when it comes to Deion Sanders. Some people may not like the way he talks because they feel like he shouldn't be talking like that. He should be more humble, things of that nature. But if you know anything about Deion Sanders' life, if you know anything about competitive sports, if you know anything that you're trying to make a living doing what you love to do, and you have the responsibilities that you have to take care of your family, then you will kind of understand more of Deion Sanders. This man has been an outstanding coach, even what he has done at Jackson State, how he turned that whole program around. And then he left Jackson State and went to Colorado. He did not have the record that he wanted to have, but let me tell you this, it's still, there is some positives that you can take from last season. Now, of course, the pressure is going to be on to win more games, things of that nature. I get it. I understand that. But what this guy has to do is revamp this whole football program and bring them back up to his standards, because Deion Sanders he want to win. Make no mistake about it, Deion Sanders wants to win, but he wants to win on his terms. He wants to win his way, and his way is the right way. He cares about his players. He wants his players to not only perform on the field, but he wants his players to have a positive routine. He wants his players to be the best that they can be in the classroom. He wants his players to make sure that you keep your nose clean, that you're not making stupid decisions that can cause you financially in the long run, or that can cause you to be kicked off the team, or that can damage your career and your dream wanting to make into the NFL. Deion Sanders needs to be protected, because when he came into the fold, even at Jackson State, they thought that he was going to do nothing. They thought that he wasn't going to do nothing. They thought he wasn't even good enough to coach a D1 program. But look what he did at Jackson State. Now it opened up a door for him to go to Colorado. I understand a lot of people, was very happy that he was losing. A lot of people said that he should have deserved those losing because he run his mouth too much. But I'm here to tell you that we need to protect and support Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is doing some great things at this program in Colorado. Of course, you're going to have some things like a 5-star DB, Kamani McLean, who decided to hit the transfer portal. Of course, you have some other players from Colorado who decided to hit the transfer portal. But guess what? That's every major D1 program that's doing that. Every player, a lot of players is doing that. But it's because it's Deion Sanders, we want to make it as into a negative. Some people want to turn it into a negative and understand that this is normal. I'm rooting for Deion Sanders, and I want to get into this conversation about, there was this thing that was going around the media about Deion Sanders saying that his son, Shedeur, Shiloh, and Travis Hunter, they're only going to play for 6 teams. And in the article, they said that not only the 6 teams it's going to be, I'm only going to name a couple of them. It was Dallas, Commanders, the Eagles, things of that nature. Those are the only teams that they're willing to play for, and Atlanta was one of them. But Deion Sanders had a press conference yesterday. And with that press conference, Deion Sanders asks, I want to know who made that comment. I want to know who put that information out there, because it's a bald-faced lie. This is what I'm saying to everyone, that you can't believe everything you read, even on these main media platforms, because there's an agenda that's attached to it. What I mean by an agenda, it's been an agenda that's been attached to him for a long time, especially when it comes to Deion Sanders. Let's kind of get into this article right quick on why Deion Sanders said what he said. And it was his spring press conference he wanted to make sure that he dispute the reports that it was said in the report that Deion Sanders said that he wouldn't allow his sons to be drafted by certain teams in the NFL. That's what the report said. That's what the report said. Now, if we go down, this is him, Deion Sanders, at the press conference, right? And he was pissed off. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I would be pissed off. I would be pissed off. If it was me, I would have been pissed off, because I'm saying to myself, this ain't right. I'm saying to myself, how can someone report something when it's not true? Attach the name to the person who reported. Especially if it didn't come out of Deion Sanders' mouth. If it didn't come out of Deion Sanders' mouth the way that they said it in that report, then it's a lie. So Deion Sanders said, whoever did that is a liar, and that's stupid. Yahoo Sports says that Coach Prime wants to know who reported. He said that there were several teams he would not let his sons get drafted by. He went on to say, and I don't know who reported that. I said there were several teams that my kids wasn't going to. Whoever did that is a liar. That's stupid. And I like to track that. I like to track that stuff down and hold people accountable in the media, man. Like, they should not be able to tweet a text or something like they put some stupid out like that. That was, I don't know who ran with that, who was the first one who reported that. Now, in the interview with CBS Colorado's Romy Bean, he clearly denied, implying that he would decline a team attempting to draft for Shedeur, Shiloh, and Travis without his approval of the destination. It was reported he said that, who said that? And did you see me say that? He went on to continue to say that one thing about a lie is that a lie is so fast it can outrun the truth any day. That's a bald-faced lie. This is what Deion Sanders is saying. That's a stupid lie. I have more than 6 owners that are friends. I have more than 6 GMs that are friends. You've got to understand, Deion Sanders, I've played 14 pro seasons, and I worked another 17. I believe in the NFL, NFL Network, and CBS. I know a lot of people. Come on. Now, with that report that was ran, you have someone like Chris Magdal Russo on Sirius XM program and implied that he didn't want Shedeur to play in traditionally cold weather city. This is what Deion Sanders, not Chris Magdal Russo, made the statement, but Deion Sanders said this on Chris Magdal Russo's Sirius XM program. Deion Sanders said, and I'll quote, like, I don't want my kid Shedeur going nowhere cold next year. He grew up in Texas. He played in Jackson, played in Colorado, season's over before it gets cold in Colorado. I'm just thinking way ahead. I don't want that for my son. That's what Deion Sanders said. He went on to say when he went on the podcast of $1 million worth of game, he said that there are certain cities that ain't going to happen. It's going to be an Eli, which he's referring to back in 2004 when Eli Manning, it was reported that Eli Manning's 2004 draft experience, Eli Manning's agent, Tom Condon, warned the Chargers that Eli would sit out the entire 2004 season if selected as the first overall pick. Disregarding the threat, the Chargers still drafted Eli with the top pick, but he was eventually traded to the New York Giants, where he secured 2 Super Bowl victories and played until his retirement in 2019. Now, it's important to understand that Deion Sanders did not explicitly state that he will prevent Shedeur, Travis, or Shiloh Sanders from joining a team, but you can understand the amount of the influence that Deion Sanders would have if he gets drafted to a team that's going to be cold weather. Now, let's kind of get back into this, because some people are saying what Deion Sanders is doing is wrong. But I would simply say to you, Eli Manning did it. Archie Manning's son was involved in it. You don't think Archie Manning's son was not involved? That's his dad. His dad played in the NFL. Let me tell y'all something. If you are a parent, let me be very clear on what I'm about to say. If you are a parent and you have the power to make calls because of your relationships that you have created by being a professional in the NFL for 14 pro seasons, and you can make calls that can influence where your child can go, what's going to be in the best interest of your child, you mean to tell me you wouldn't do that? I would. And the same people that are having problems with what Deion Sanders is doing is the same people that are just mad because you can't do it. They are the same people that's mad because you can't do it. You don't have the power. You're not in that position, and you don't have the resources and the connections to get things done like that. And that's okay. I'm not knocking you. I'm not shaming you in no way. But what I'm just saying is, this is not your reality. This is not your experience. If there was a team that draft Shedeur and they're playing in cold weather like Deion Sanders is saying, I'm going to do everything in my power. I don't want my son to go someplace where it's cold. But this is just my thoughts. I believe Deion Sanders is going to be so involved, he doesn't want his son to go someplace where he feels it's a bad NFL organization. He doesn't want his son to go somewhere where they may not have a good offensive line. He may not want his son to go someplace where he feels that environment is toxic. You know how I know? It's because I got connections. I've talked to people that's affiliated with that organization, and I don't want any of my sons to be a part of that situation. You don't have to like it. You can get mad all you want, but it's still not going to change who Deion Sanders is. It's still not going to change on what he's going to do for the people that he loves. That's my take, y'all, on it, man. Y'all let me know, man. If y'all like this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Royal Figures. I really, really appreciate it. I'm over 10,000 subscribers and growing. I'm dropping content daily. I'm dropping information, man. I'm giving you my thoughts, but I'm also giving you what's going on within the media, the sports media world, and also entertainment, politics, and social news. Definitely hit me up, but you can actually go to my YouTube channel. You'll see my YouTube store. You can purchase some awesome merch right there from my YouTube channel. And I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know my motto: be careful out there and always watch your six, and stay tuned to the next video coming your way.